Good morning, everyone. I'm just saying good morning early because I have so much on my plate to do today, and uh, most of it's last minute. I don't know what I sound like because I literally cannot hear out of my left ear. It's ringing so loud, and I can hear my heartbeat. It's very annoying. It does mess up the way I'm speaking. It's just like I don't know. But anyway, I want to say everyone to have a good day. I'm not going to say happy Valentine's Day, and because it's really not a happy day for most people, because most people don't have a Valentine or anyone special, and if they do, it's just a regular day. It's another day made by our overseers, our government, to monetize, monopolize, and make money on, chocolate, flowers, things like that. And I want to talk about a very old song that it wasn't until recently that I got the understanding of what it really meant. Because that's what happens when we are told the truth and discover the truth and find out the truth about things. I believe this song was made back during the Vietnam War, where our government, not us, not we the people, sent thousands and thousands of our young men over to fight, and they were slaughtered. The war machine. You know. Anyway, the song is entitled "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" Well, for all the men, boys, young people that died during the war, a lot of unmarked graves and things like that. People were buying out flowers for a very long time. Flowers were hard to find because they were putting them on graves, using them in funerals in such a large amount that you have to ask, where have all the flowers gone? Well, young girls picked them, every one, and put them on the graves of unmarked soldiers and some, marked or whatever. Shit, they came home in body bags, but I bet all they did was tag them for all the ones they didn't find. You know, there is a grave that is marked the unknown soldier. Hmm. I would say the unknown soldier could have been thousands of our people. The other side lost people as well. I would say depopulation has been going on for a long time. They have just improved their ways of extermination. So, and being human, we're supposed to be the most intelligent species on the planet, yet we can't get to the bottom of the ocean where there are other species. I would say they're pretty damn intelligent to be on the bottom of the ocean. And that is something to think about. You got people that think We did go to the moon. You got people that think we didn't go to the moon. Who cares whether we went to the moon or not? It's like going deep sea diving. They use those immersible submarines. They go down, they take pictures. God knows where they're really at. But who cares? Anyway, live and let live. Let whatever's down there live. We are constantly trying to figure out ways to kill off sickness, which we are now finding it was created by mankind. And they offer medicines that are supposed to help. I say if they help, if they work, why do we get refills? From experience, off of 12 to 16 pills at any given year, I completely got tired of swallowing pills and I just got off of them, all of them. Oh, that's dangerous. You could die from doing that. Well, you can also die from taking them all too. Good morning, Frank Meadows Jr. How's the weather where you are? It's really cold outside. I did not know it was going to be that cold today. And speaking of weather, if we're having wind gusts, which we normally don't have, that are so strong and they're sweeping from west to east, west coast to east coast, doesn't that kind of clean the air? Doesn't that kind of clear the air for us? All this sickness is that I'm hearing on my weather map that my area is very high volume for flu right now. Well, while I've been sick, I mean, that's something that happens all the time. Why does it have to be pointed out that it's in an unusual high number, a high rate? I say, kind of look forward to getting sick every year and getting over it every year. Don't fall for the okey doke. I won't be getting any jabs. Ooh, yes, it is cold in Ohio at a 23, and it's going to be 42. It's supposed to get about 59 to 60 here later on in the afternoon, but I have to let my birds out, and I'm watching the weather map and the temperature every 30 minutes. I'll check it, and once it reaches above 34, I will go ahead and let them out because it progressively gets warmer. My cat is in there meowing. I just fed him. He does that after he eats. I don't know if he's in pain or he's trying to express that he's happy and thank you. But that's what he does after he eats. And Mayorkas was impeached. And that's for y'all who aren't interested or do not know, but they're holding him accountable for the border. He handed over allegedly, Mayorkas handed over the border to the cartel. Ain't that hell? Ain't that some doo doo? I I'm not gonna express how I feel, how what they should do to him. But he's responsible in a case that he is guilty. Allegedly, he is because they impeached him. That is a crime against humanity, a humanitarian crisis, not just on the people. And now this cat's about to get on my damn nerves. Stop it. But anyway, crimes against humanity are about to come to a halt. And I feel that the presence and evil of people, nasty attitudes and all, are being wiped away. The hand of God, His grace and mercy is being waved upon this land. If you're not paying attention, you should be. And I used to, I have heard before, there's nothing happening, nothing's happening. You better pay attention to the live, everyday court hearings. Pay attention to who is stepping down, who is resigning, who is being fired, especially in Georgia. This this state is, oh, really lives up to the dirty South logo. What you really know of what you really know about the dirty South? Well, I know plenty, and it ain't have nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all to do with politics of what I know about this dirty ass South and the dirty ass, evil ass people that exist in it. It's a cesspool, y'all. Unless you out in the country, you in the cesspool. But then again, there's some sussy people out there in the countryside as well. And we watch what's going on in the major cities, 15 of them to be exact, and look at the blue states who voted. They wanted, oh, let the immigrants come on in. Guess what? Now they can't handle them. It's like, who let the dogs out? It don't matter. Now we got to get them. Who let the dogs out? It don't matter. Now we got to catch them. It ain't going to be no catch and release type scenario at all. So while we start this beautiful day and I see the sun is rising through the curtains over there across the room, waiting for the all the cats to finish eating so I can put their bowls away because the opossums are out in mass numbers here in this area on my property anyway. So I'm not going to throw anything out for them to eat this year. Um, they're eating something because the babies got big real quick. They don't look skinny. Now, if they look like they were starving, I'd probably feed them. But when we just had that warm temperature go through, oh my goodness, the frogs are already deafening out there hollering for rain. And during the spring and especially the hot summer in August, the frogs are so thick out here. And the cats are killing them off. And they eat the whole thing. They eat the whole thing. Sometimes they don't eat the head, but sometimes they start at the head. But they definitely eat them frog legs, y'all. I'm not looking forward to today because at a certain early time, which my mother won't be up, I've got to go up there. I'm gonna take her gifts I got her for Valentine's Day. I took half of them up there yesterday. Today I'm taking the rest up there. I'm gonna let her stay in bed, and they're doing open house, showing my house and her house and the property. And I'm not gonna get her up because see, she's smoking in the house again, and the people come in and they first thing that hits them is the smell of smoke. So I've got to go up there and start the candle warmer, refresh the plug-in, make sure her sink is clean, kitchen, clean up a little bit if it needs it, and let her sleep. They gonna come in, she gonna be laying in bed. Look, y'all, mama gonna have a happy Valentine's Day. She gonna wake up to strangers walking through her house. Am I wrong or right? I mean, hey, she can stay in bed. She said she fell in her knee. So I'm gonna tell the people my mother's still in bed. She hurt herself, so it was too early for her to get up and try to go outside. So y'all just look around, whatever. The possum are good. They eat ticks and cannot carry rabies. That is fact. Both of that is fact. Unlike the raccoons that have killed my hens. Yes, and you know what, Frank? I don't believe these possums are responsible for any of my chickens that got attacked when they were free ranging. There is a raccoon. I have seen him one time. I saw this humongous raccoon one time when I walked out my front door one evening right before dark. Hey, he didn't really run either, which made me freeze. And I was afraid to move because I know how fast they are. But look, when he realized I was there, he did. He took off. I haven't seen him since. I've had two litter of kittens. No, none of the kittens ever got eaten. None of my cats, 11 of them outside, one inside, have never been attacked. I was thinking it was the hawks. And yes, there are eagles in Georgia. Factual. Bankhead, Buckhead area. Buckhead. Um, so basically, I think it's the damn raccoon. I can't swear to it, but I think it's the raccoon, Frank. Do you know the difference between what a raccoon kill looks like? Don't they eat the heart out first and then eat all of that? And they leave the liver. I think they leave the liver or the urine sac, one or the other. We put turkeys in with our hens and haven't had a problem with any so far. Well, that is good news, but be careful with your turkey. Oh, never mind. But there are wild turkeys around here, and at one point a few years ago, before the worldwide epidemic happened, pandemic, uh, the wild turkeys gave my chickens something called brown turkey disease. And it really didn't dawn on me until I found a big feather outside uh, one of the, one of their, one of their chicken runs, and it was a turkey feather. I sent it in along with some other of my chickens that were dying to the poultry lab, and they said it was brown turkey disease is what they call it. Good morning, proud mixed child. Good morning. I hope everything is well where you are, and I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed day. I can't bless anyone, but I can, you know, pray that you have a blessed day. JB's Heart of a Poet. Salute and greetings, fam. Proud mixed child, thanks. JB Hart, I have checked in on you so many times, and I've not been able to catch you live. It seems like you're not doing what you were doing, or you aren't doing it as much. but there was a reason why I haven't been around, and I'm not going to go into it, but it's not good. Um, I love listening and hearing someone, anyone with positive messages. Proud Mixed Child says thanks. JB Hart, if you would let me know when you're going to go live again. JB Hart, can you answer a question for me? I have a question for you, JB. I work at night now, but I get on. Okay. Uh, Proud Mixed Child says, I hope you're doing all right and are in good health as well. Yes, I am. I am doing well. Frank says, we researched that and I have been watching for that, but they have all been healthy so far. Yeah, you just keep it where no turkeys can't come in. I don't know because no turkeys came into my pen. So I'm wondering, but I had chickens that were running outside and they might have picked it up off the ground and tracked it into the pen. That's how it happens. Believe me, I can tell you anything you want to know about disease, sickness, and chickens. You probably know pretty much too, but I lost over 200 chickens over a period of time, and each one was taken. Well, not all of them were taken to the lab, but I learned a lot by being a member of the Georgia Poultry uh, Association thing, whatever it's called. JB, did you ever not want me? Oh, did you ever get tired of me being around on your channel? And I'm just going to take it from you, what you say about your channel, JB. As you know, I do talk a lot, and to ask you questions was just, to find out. If we don't ask, we'll never find out. So, JB, I mean, I expect you to be straightforward and honest with me. I'm not suggesting that you would not tell me the truth. I'm just saying, heart to heart, JB, I won't get my feelings hurt. I know I talk a lot, and I'm working on my voice because it's harsh, I know, and it sounds pushy and demanding, but no, never. You're my favorite person, Amber Truth, and you know this lady. Oh my goodness, really, JB? I've got that is touching because I I really feel a little disappointed that I would put my faith or my trust and my judgment in something someone else said, something someone else was doing to discourage me. So rather than argue about it or start anything or take sides, I just disappeared. But I will definitely uh, subscribe back to you because I'm finding some of my favorite channels. Everybody's going through it. Unsubscribed to, you gotta, your favorite people, you've got to subscribe back to them. Proud Mixed Child's gathering my avocados. Oh my goodness. Here on the hills, on the farm. My eyes are blurry. So you're gathering avocados on the ham? No, on the hill. Okay, so Proud Mixed Child, wow, you're blessed to be walking amongst the fruits of the earth the way God intended us to do. That is a fact. Yes, we were growing together. Hey, we are still growing together. You know that Matthew 24, ever since we talked about the Matthew 24, oh my goodness, it comes up at least 2, 3 times a week somewhere on these YouTube streets. So I started venturing out and finding out there's some really sucky, ugly people on YouTube. And why would I expect anything different? Because that's the world we live in, you know? If I didn't say it, don't believe it, Amber Truth. JB, I needed to hear that. Now I was out yesterday and I ran into one of our ex-employees. She was an actor, and her name was actually Amber as well. And when I went out of the store and I was putting my things in the car, she came out the door and she looked at me and she smiled and waved. And I'm like, I know that face. So I stood up, stopped putting stuff in my car, and I said, "Hey, do I know you?" And she walked over to me real quick and she goes, "Mama Chaos. Yes, it's me. You know me from Chaos Haunted House." And I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing way out here in Georgia? She's like, well, she had to move back home, right, to be with her mother because her mother is going through some things. She's going through some things with her husband. This is what I'm finding out. So she says she's on Facebook. I told her I don't do Facebook. Periodically, I do post things. But she told me, Mama Chaos, that was one of my names, given names for 10 years. Oh, God, y'all. Mama Chaos. Ooh, Lord, I didn't pick that name, but that's what they gave me because I was my son's mother. It was his business, so I was head of special effects makeup and whatnot. Dealing with, hold on. She told me, and I was talking about something about chaos during that period of time. And I was talking about doing her makeup. When I was doing her makeup, she said, Mama Chaos, you got to stop worrying about what people think of you. You got to stop worrying about what people say about you and live your life and be you. And I'm thinking, this child is telling me something I already know. And it's just that it's different when you're on a platform and you got some shady characters in the background. They shifting left and right on you. I wonder why you disappeared suddenly, Amber. Hey, JB, I'm not a troublemaker. A lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot of people. I'm going to start using my words and speaking things into existence in the correct manner. And I've been trying to do that because, there is power in words. But just a few rotten souls working deception, working their evilness is just beyond me. Just beyond me. And even those trying to turn it into a color thing, color is not a thing. It's like being black or white is a culture. Having slanted eyes is a culture. You can find a slant-eyed person from another country speaking pure English. And why does it sound funny to us? Because we expect them to be talking Chinese, right? So they're the outcast because they don't fit that mold, that narrative, that vision, that what do you call it? That stereotyping. So I just, rather than ask you about it, JB, it was looking like to me that yeah, I needed to just go away, and that's what I did. So I started finding new connections and stuff. Proud mixed child. Sometimes what's in front of you the whole time, you don't even acknowledge until you hear the words you know already coming out of your mouth of another person taking you to that makes you realize. And that's right. Wait, let me reread that. Sometimes what's in front of you the whole time, you don't even acknowledge until you hear the words you know already come out of the words you know already come out your mouth of another person talking to you that makes you realize that's a fact. Proud mixed child, bullseye, exactly. Proud mixed child, J, 100%. Frank Meadows, I've had more altercations with my own race than others. Frank, on Q too. See what I'm saying? So I've even heard it come right out of somebody's mouth. Oh, you just wished you was this color. You wished you was that color. No, let's get it correct. They say when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But look, when you're around uh, uh, um, a different, something different than the stereotype that you should be. See, I can't even word it right. What I don't want to say it in a negative manner. You become what you're used to, what you're around. You become your environment. Don't they say uh, something to that? Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm sure y'all got the picture. Amber, your voice helps me to write, lady. Are you serious? Lord have mercy. Wow. You blowing me away here, guys. Y'all got my heart feeling a little better today than I was feeling. And see, some negative energy entity was working evilness, y'all. And I'm not going to call any name. I won't even speak it. Proud mixed child. Seeing the world in only two shades is for convenience because it's bigger than that. It's about wrong versus right. Color is art and it's beautiful. Amen. Yes. Proud mixed child. You have a sultry voice, Amber. You know, it's funny that y'all say that about my voice, but it literally is different than what it's supposed to be because something going on. I'm not going to indulge in it, but this older guy who was a lot older than me, he said, Amber, you have a rugged, like a growl in your voice. He said, I think it's sexy. Oh my God. My God, help me. So, I mean, it's like we all have what we our opinions, and you guys are, if y'all were saying negative things, believe me, I know what's true and what's not true about me in my life. Now, y'all, we going through a shift. We're going through the shaking. It's shaking and baking time. hmm Now, there's some that they gonna just jump around in that frying pan and be burnt, burnt, burnt. They gonna feel that heat. But us, that armor, that love, that faith, that truth, all of those armors of our God will protect us from the flames. hmm And my friend, flame, I not say friend, Look, he's my friend, flamethrower. Sankafa Mustafa Sunra, flamethrower here on YouTube. Look, he's teaching me stoic, how to be stoic. Stoicism, I can't say it. Stoicism. So, I gravitate to what my heart wants me to do. Sometimes I go to these places, they're dark. They're not. They're raunchy. And sometimes it's so much. I'm a strong person and I can take all that kind of thing, but my spirit is rejecting it very strongly. My inner spirit is rejecting the ugly. I got hiccups. I cannot even tolerate it. I can't. And so I was on, and I'm going to tell y'all, I was on Flamethrowers live with him one night. I went back and listened to the replay. I'm like, oh, please. I've asked him several times or suggested, please. And I'm not sending him an email about it. No. I really want him to take it down because I sounded like an angry woman. And I wasn't angry. I was just passionate. And he was lighting me. I knew he was. See, I knew he was gonna try to gaslight me, right? So I said something, and he said, "Oh, you trying to gaslight me?" I'm like, "Oh, so that's what's going on here." Nah, we in this frying pan together, brother. So that's what happened, y'all. To rid hiccups, hold your nose and breathe. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. To rid hiccups, hold your nose and breathe for 10 seconds. How can you breathe? Oh, okay, I see. I was thinking you can't breathe if you hold your nose. Duh, it's early. Uh, I can't stop talking that long, Proud Mix Child. If I hold my nose for 10 seconds, I might as well. Okay, let me try it. Let me try it. See, I'm supposed to be intelligent, but I had to reread that. You got to hold your nose and breathe through your mouth. Okay. So you left the mouth part out. Common sense tells me that's what I got to do. Well, they're gone. It was just a random. It was a phantom hiccup. Um, yeah, he Problem Mix Child JB says JB's heart of a poet. I always say the poet. Problem Mix Child, you're old school with it. LOL. Problem Mix Child says, Jay, I'm a young dude with an old soul, and JB's heart of a poet says he can dig it. I've been an old soul, even though I'm old now. I've been an old soul since I was 5 years old. Hey, there's something about them old souls, y'all. All the knowledge, all the things, all the spirituality things is disappearing. Well, it's not really disappearing, but the knowledge, the speakable knowledge that's passed from generation to generation is dying off. It's being smited out. But I believe we're in that shaking, and God's doing a pause, and He's separating the wheat from the chaff, y'all. And He's going to throw them on the floor and tread them down like our politicians, one by one, two by two. They're dropping they're dropping off the I was going to say the panels. They're dropping down, they're being removed. They impeached Mayorkas yesterday. With age comes wisdom. It depends on if one asks for it, utilize it, and uses it to their advantage. King Solomon was my favorite king because He asked God for wisdom. JB's heart of a poet says, Amber, I got off at 5 this morning, so I'm going to eat and lay down, but let's hook up later on my channel, ma'am. God bless you. Peace. Okay, JB, I'm going to make sure I resubscribe and hit the notifications bell for everything like I always did. And I'm also going to, I have to be up there at 11. They're doing open house on Valentine's Day. Really, people? Oh my God, unless you're buying a house for Valentine's Day for someone. I just can't believe it. I think there's something up. I think my sister is saying they're doing an open house at 11, get mom up, make sure she's up and dressed or whatever. And I think they're going to surprise her and take her out for Valentine's Day, y'all. And me too. No. Steph ain't going nowhere today. I love being home. I love being with God and His creation. That's what I love. So no, I ain't going nowhere to go eat nothing and whatever. You can bring me back something or not. I don't care. They always treat me real good, but I'm just not doing it today. And with that, I hope y'all all stay blessed. JB, I will look for you after 1 o'clock, if that's okay. But look, after 2 o'clock, because I changed my birds around at 1 o'clock. So from 11 to 1 o'clock, I'm going to be extremely busy. And thank you so much for the hookup. I'll try and see. We'll see that dark side's trying to say, "Oh, it's a setup." No, God's going to be with me. So, JB, we'll see. Peace and love to you. Get some sleep after you eat. Get some rest. Proud mixed child. Nothing wrong with being a homebody. Stay safe and blessed and take care, Amber. Okay, proud mixed child. Absolutely. And peace, everyone. I wasn't going to go, but I think now's a good time to end. I hope everybody stays blessed. Thank y'all for coming into my chat. All of y'all. All of y'all that spoke. And that's all that counts is whoever was speaking. Peace out, y'all.